Hey YouTube, Luke here. Welcome to my first video. As the title suggests, I'll be running through my thoughts on the Hyundai coupe. But first I thought I'd do a little intro about myself, including previous cars, a few modifications I've made, and then my plans for this channel moving forward. So I started my journey off with an oil drinking Renault Clio. I had the luxury of topping that up weekly, but this allowed me for the first year to save up money and use this car to buy something that I really wanted, which eventually was an orange Grande Punto, the 1.9 JTD engine. This thing was bulletproof and it gave me a great starting point because rather than maintaining it, I was able to modify it quite cheaply. As you can see, I ended up pulling the dashboard out, wrapping it in leather, changing the seats, the steering wheel, engine modifications, and the list just goes on. Unfortunately, this car was written off because someone decided to park in the boot. So then I had to move on to another car and I found a Mazda 3 MPS. I didn't manage to modify this because I spent most of my time and money maintaining it, especially when the turbo went and the timing chain, injectors, stuff like that. So I wanted to go for something, again, more reliable that I could modify and modify cheaply. So then I got a Scirocco. I did a few modifications to this, including the air intake and a intercooler on the front. Unfortunately, I didn't think there was enough body modification options. So I started looking for something sportier, such as the GTOs. But then I discovered the Hyundai coupe, which I thought was a sensible option and quite rare and sporty, but also cheap at the same time. I really love the style, the sleekness and the simplicity of this car. From the outside, I think it looks really sporty, and especially for the price, I think you can't beat it. For the exterior, I plan to go with a black and white colour scheme with some green accent colours. This will probably be on stuff like the calipers, and then maybe some pinstriping and a little bit on the splitter, side skirts, stuff like that. I do think the back of this car will look better with a bigger spoiler, but for now I think I'll paint the grille at the front black, get a simple splitter, paint the alloys black and then add the green calipers. After swinging the door off its hinges, we move to the interior. I love the dashboard on this, simple, has a leather effect, but there's plenty of bits to either spray or wrap, or just add effects to that I can remove. I plan to add a custom stereo to the middle. On the door cards, I'll pretty much keep them the same, but I've been going through some ideas of bringing the white and the green colour scheme inside. Predominantly black and white, but with some green accent bits as mentioned before. I've been looking at various other interiors, such as white and green, to suit the colour scheme that I'm going for. I love the boot, the way that it opens up and you almost get to look down into what could be. I've got an idea to basically fill this with speakers and subwoofers and stuff like that. And as you can see, here's an upcoming project, the exhaust. I can't wait to add this, and I've heard it previously on another model exactly the same as mine. Here's another image of the boot, again something quite unique about the car. The engine bay has got plenty of room inside of it. I'm looking forward to adding modifications such as cold air intakes and hopefully building up to adding a turbo. This will be in the far future, but it's definitely something I aim to achieve. I love all the little quirks about this car, such as having a sunroof, cruise control, simple things like that. I wanted a car that looked nice from the outside but still had a few features, and this car just suited the lot. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me on my journey for modifying this car. But for now, see you next time.